Hi guys, Joe here. Hope you're all doing well. It's a beautiful day today. For a change, I woke up to blue skies. It was cold. I think it got down to something like -4 last night. But such a wonderful day. But I just wanted to touch on. I was having. I'm in a Discord group for archaics, and really are some great minds in there, and I meet some great people. And there's one such lad who is 17 years old, and he's got a phenomenal mind. He's from Czechoslovakia, and because of his age, obviously he's grown up with the technological world. So I just wanted on his perspective on when the metaverse kicks in, is he going to be able to pull away from the gaming world and the technology? And his answer was yes. His goal is to be in the hills somewhere. He'll be part of the militia, which is the military, which is um, those of us that have decided not to be part of their world and we've stepped away. Of course, we'll eventually all start forming communities. Um, so that's where he feels he will be. He said he'll be 34 when the Phoenix happens, and that's where he'll be. He's just got a really great outlook. But he educated me last night on the metaverse, and he actually said the metaverse isn't the thing. If I've understood him correctly, the metaverse isn't a thing that we should be worried about. That is literally a VR headset. It's the augmentation. Now, what the augmentation will be is the chip in the brain. That's when they will be able to completely control our movements, our minds, our emotions. I remember watching a film a few years back, and I can't remember what it was called now, but it was basically a guy had been shot in the back of the neck and lost all use of his limbs. And they put a chip in his brain, and he was then able to use all his limbs. He basically, I would describe it as they made him a robot. But this chip started to work against him, and he became very violent. Um, but I also just want to touch on the UK government do have a section on augmentation, the combining of man and machine. And it's the title of the PDF is Dawn of a New Paradigm, and it's going to be using military to combine men with machines. And again, it's all in this move towards transhumanism. Um, so, and I remember in an episode of Black Mirror, they had an episode where these soldiers were going out shooting people who were hiding from the governments or whatever, trying to live a free life. But the soldiers were seeing these alien type beings, and I think they had chips in them from memory, and one of the chips started to um, started to fail, and the soldier in question was seeing humans, and he realised what was happening, and basically this chip in his brain was distorting his perception of what he was killing. So of course, once he realised he was killing humans, it started to destroy his mind. So there's another predictive programming episode of the future. Um, I mean, I just want to touch on a conversation I've just been having as well with people believing that, and again, it all depends on the perception that you come from. I'm coming from the perception that this is a simulated world. The little bit that I know about the Gnostics and their view of the world, that we do live in an artificial intelligence world, in a simulation. The demiurge is the what Jason would call AIX, if I've understood it correctly. Um, so, and the technology that exists is far more advanced than we can ever conceive what we're witnessing on a daily basis. Like the use of the phone as an example, we think that's really advanced technology. The CGI, the deep fakes, everything that is being unveiled, we think it's really advanced technology, where in actual fact it isn't. And I've been saying before I even found Jason that I was starting to see a pattern, as an example, with news reports, and I'm like, it's too slick, it's too organised, whatever's doing this isn't human. And of course, now it's all been revealed about the chat GPT, which is an AI, which is basically rewriting or writing stories, blogs. So when you log onto an internet web page, as an example, you've got no idea if AI has written that or a human's written it. Same with bots on the internet and deep fakes. We can't categorically say that a video that we watch is real because of the CGI and the deep fakes. So the technology is pretty advanced, and of course, if we are in fact living in a simulation, then that in of itself is really advanced technology. So the concept of the augmentation, and the more I learn about our history, the more is being revealed, if we can believe it to be true, of course, there's always that old adage, the more it's been revealed that the ancients had this technology. Like, I watched a video of a robot creating this perfect sculpture, and it started from scratch just with the materials, and it got me thinking about all the architecture of ancient times that there's no way could have been done with a chisel and a hammer by man, because it's all too perfect, all too precise. The statues of Greek times, again, when you look at today's architecture compared to architecture from ancient times, there's no comparison. So I'm coming to the realization that quite potentially these phenomenal architects were done by robots. And I've been saying for years, again, even before I went down this road, that there's no way that humans built the pyramids. Was it alien technology that did it? Was it the Anunnakis? I'm still grey in all the area at the moment. I am revisiting the Anunnafils from Archaics, but it's an awful lot of information, and it is quite mind-bending. But I can categorically say, and I said this years and years ago, we were created by aliens and we put here as an experiment. And the more I learn, the more that's becoming a truth. So we were created. Were we created as slaves, or were we created to be these super beings that the demiurges come in and put a stop on all of that? Again, it's all grey for me. So if anybody can educate me on that in the comments, then please do. But Jason attests to, we do have chimpanzee DNA, but we also have Anuna, aka Anunnaki DNA, in us, and all the talk about the gene editing that's going on now, it's happened previously, and how we came about is through gene editing. I mean, I've been looking around in this world just for examples of things that are just a little bit too convenient for humans to use. As an example, if you watch my previous videos, you know that I don't eat meat. So don't, anyone who doesn't eat meat here, don't take this as I think it's morally right. I don't believe it is morally right. But take the cow as an example. It's a really poor design of an animal to live in the wild, and I can't think of any animals that it's evolved from. And I hate the word evolve, because I don't believe evolve is a thing. I believe it's all creation. But was the cow, as an example, created for the use of man to consume? Take the horse as another example. It's been perfectly created, and it's got a perfect design to carry man. Even the design of its mouth is perfectly designed to accept a metal bit. It hasn't got teeth where the bit goes. So there's just these little observations that I've made in my discovery of this world and looking at it from a different perspective. Add your thoughts in the comments. Would be great to hear from you. I'll speak to you all soon. Did you see how I didn't go on off and waffle? I'm trying to control the waffling. I'll speak to you all soon, guys. Bye.